Hey gems, welcome back to the channel, Crystal Heart. My name is Crystal and today we are going to be making a Biscornu. Alright y'all, before we get into the video, y'all don't forget to hit the like button. Also, if you're not subscribed, go ahead, hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification so you're notified every time I post a video and every time I go live. Alright y'all, so if you all have been around here, you know that for March, our swap was fairy garden themed gnomes and mushrooms. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, every month the Crystal Heart family does a swap. And if you want to get into that, you have to be in the Facebook group, which is linked down below. Crystal Heart Create and Share. But anyway, so I'm always last minute, y'all, so I need to make what I need to make. And I thought that I would do a Biscornu pin cushion because one of the options of things to send in the swap this month was pin cushion, and I've been wanting to do a Biscornu. And if I'm not pronouncing that right, y'all, just correct me in the comment section because, you know, I don't know. But I've been wanting to make one for a while. If y'all been around here lately, I've talked about K3 in Cloth Tales and her slow stitch videos. So she has a video on making the Biscornu by hand, you know, slow stitching it. And that is how I want to do it. So I'll link her video down in the description if you want to go and see her instructional video. This is my first time doing it, so it may, you know, be helpful for you to see her do it because she knows a lot more than I do. So I'm going to put you guys in downward view. We're going to check out the fabrics. I kind of have been going back and forth on fabrics, and we're going to get started on this. All right, y'all. Before I get started on this, I just want to apologize if there's any background noise. The neighbors are having like a birthday party outside. Cameron's next door on her video games, talking to the people. Kamani's doing stuff. Things are going on. So if y'all hear background noise, I apologize. Okay, so this is where I was going with this. So I have this fabric that is like this mushroom fabric with all the stuff in the background. I love this fabric. Oh my gosh, I love this fabric. So I had this, and then I also have this one, which is more of a canvas, and I think it's so cute as well. So I was going back and forth on which one I wanted to use, and I also had some Ruby Star Society mushroom fabric that I was thinking about too, but I think I like these better for this project. And then I needed two fabrics, one for the top, one for the bottom, and I just randomly saw this red fabric that I had in my stash, and I was thinking that would make a beautiful pair. And this one, I was kind of thinking that if the top is canvas, the bottom should be canvas as well, and it would be more sturdy and durable. But I don't have a canvas that matches this. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't think I have a canvas that matches this. So I think I'm settling on these two fabrics. If I feel real ambitious, maybe I'll make a second one. Not on this video, but just in general. So, yeah, let's get started. So, Catherine of K3 and Cloth Tales, she cuts out two 5-inch squares, one from each fabric. So I'm going to do that, but because I have this 5.5-inch template, I'm going to make mine 5.5 inches. Just because it's simple and I don't have to think about how much I'm cutting. I'm going to go ahead, iron and starch me a little piece of this and cut out the 5.5-inch squares. Alright, so I starched the fabric. I love starched fabric, so I always starch my fabric. Just starch and iron. I don't do the whole soaking and all that. Okay. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut out a square of this. Y'all, I love this fabric so much. I wish I would have thought of this fabric whenever I just recently made a journal for gardening, and I really wish I would have thought of this fabric before I made it. But I do love the fabric that I used on the one I did make. It was a Ruby Star Society fabric, though it's green, it has butterflies. It really is beautiful, so I can't complain too much on that. But if I would have thought about this fabric first, I would have used this fabric. Alright, y'all. Sorry, I just had to pause for a second because there's a man in the neighborhood riding around on a mini motorcycle, and it makes a lot of noise, and he's like riding past my house, so I don't know what that's about. Alright, so I have my 2 squares, and I am going to show you what to do with them. Okay, from this stage, what she does is she folds in the edges a 1/2 inch on all sides and irons them. I guess I can use the markings on my mat to gauge a 1/2 inch, because you want both of your squares to be the same size, so you can't really eyeball this too much, I would think. And I'm finger pressing, but I'm gonna take it to the iron and press it down because I want it to sit flat. Something don't seem right with what I did. Okay, I did the 2 opposite ends. I'm gonna go iron that and then do the other side. Okay, and then now that I have it ironed, it's not perfect, y'all. We just gonna hope for the best. I'm gonna do the same on this edge. I love this fabric so much. I don't know why. What about it makes me so happy? But it does. Y'all let me know if it does the same thing for you. Alright, so now I'm gonna take it to the iron and iron that down. Alright, so it's ironed. There's no raw edges. So in theory, this should be now 4.5 inches. So let's test that theory out. Not too far off. Not too far off. So we're going to work with it. Alright, I'm going to go do the same thing to this piece of fabric, and then I'll be right back. Okay, y'all. So I have them both done. So now, and also, I know there's a way to do this on the machine. What that way is, I'm not quite sure. So, but I'm sure somebody has a video about it. Anyway, so what we're gonna why can't I find words? What we are going to do now is stitch the edges down. And these stitches will be seen from the outside whenever we're done. So, you know, you want to do it in a way that you're comfortable with having being shown. So, you need to pick whatever color thread you want to use. Like I said, it will show. So pick something that you would like to have shown. Alright, so I have my thread cut, and like I said, this is a number 12, which is a nice thick size, but not so thick that, you know, it's hard to work with. So I'm gonna go ahead and pull through. I inserted my needle between the 2 layers so that my knot would be between 2 layers. But anyway, you're just going to stitch this down all the way around with a running stitch. And however, just do that however is comfortable for you. If you're not used to hand stitching, if you're just trying something, then you may want to do 1 stitch at a time until you get comfortable, which means go in, pull out, come back up, pull out. But I'm pretty comfortable with hand stitching, so I like to go in and then bend the fabric to get a lot of stitches done at one time without having to pull through, which in my opinion saves my wrist from pain, because the motion, I'm not doing as many motions. And if y'all are OG gems, then y'all may remember that I do have issues with my wrist, or I've had issues with my wrist, and it flares up here and there if I'm doing too much hand stitching. So I try, because I don't, it's not the pain that bothers me, is the fact that I can't do much stitching when I have the pain. So I try to prevent myself from getting to the point of where I have to take a break from stitching. And another way to save yourself from a lot of fatigue and pain when you're hand stitching is not to cut your thread too long to where you would have to pull your arm out far. Like, keep it no longer than an arm's length, elbow's length, so that when you pull, you're not like pulling forever and causing your body more strain. And it's annoying that you'll have to cut more threads and start new whenever you're hand stitching, because you don't want to cut your threads too long and cause yourself fatigue. But it really is worth it in the end, especially if you have wrist problems, joint problems, shoulder problems, because the pain can be from your wrists. I get pain in here. I don't know if y'all can tell what area that is, but my arm. And also shoulder pain. If I'm stitching, like if I'm really into stitching and I'm doing it too much, it can cause all those pains. So you want to protect your body from having to deal with that. And I just love hand sewing so much, that hand stitching or doing whatever, so much that I don't want to be in a position where I can't do it. And that's like what I fear. I fear that like I'll have some sort of injury or pain that I can't get rid of, so I won't be able to do it at all in the future. Like, that's just a fear of mine. That's not like reality. Hopefully it'll never be reality. Okay, and whenever you come to your end, you're gonna want your knot to be on the back side, because like I said before, all of this is going to be showing. So what I'm going to do is go to the front, then to the back, and tie a knot off. I cut my thread a little longer than I needed it. And I forgot to bring a pair of scissors here, so I've been using my rotary cutter. Alright, so at the end, this is what it looks like. Oop, can y'all even see this? This is what it looks like. And I'm not a perfectionist when it comes to being creative. I'm not going to say I'm not a perfectionist, because sometimes I can be. But I'm really good at letting it go if things are not perfectly straight. Alright, so I'm going to do the exact same thing. Do y'all hear the plane flying over? It's just too much going on today. Alright, I'm going to do the exact same thing to this one. Look how cute. Did I not even get a mushroom? Oh my gosh, I don't even have a mushroom on the fabric. I might cut me another piece, y'all. I wanted a mushroom. Like, what's the point if the mushroom isn't on there? Alright, so I'm gonna go cut me another square, iron it up, make sure a mushroom is on it, and stitch the edges, and then I'll be back so that we can get to the next step together. Okay, y'all. So I cut me out a different one that had a mushroom on it, and I stitched it up. So I have my 2 pieces, and then because I didn't want to work with this super thick thread, I think I said what, size 5, I went through and started pulling other ones to see how it would work. So I'll show y'all and we can kind of look at it together. Alright, so we have this purple, which when I brought it, I didn't think it would be cute at all. It's kind of cute on the front, but I don't know how it's going to be against the red. Then I have this yellow, which I was kind of thinking yellow might be great. What size is this? This is the same size though, that 5. I don't know. And then I had this pink, which I think would work good with this fabric, but not so much with this one. Same thing with the purple. Then I had this aqua color, which may actually be the one. I was thinking that this orange would be the one, but I don't know if I like the orange on the red. Everything goes great with this fabric. It's just matching it with the red. I think the aqua will be the best choice. And this is, I think, a size 10 thread. Alright, so I think that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna use the aqua thread, if I could find the end of it. Alright. And so this next part, I don't know if I have it all the way together. In my mind, I feel like I can do it, but I may have to pull back up Catherine's video and see how she did it, if I get it wrong. So y'all are here to figure out if I can remember what Catherine did. And if you've seen Catherine's video and you see mine and I did something off, it's because I just didn't know what I was doing. Alright, so what I think I have to do is take the edge of one of these fabrics and line it up with the middle point of the other fabric. Now, to get the middle point, I think she folded it in half. I was just gonna guess, but I think it's best if maybe I don't just guess. So I'm gonna mark the middles of everything. And I don't know how much leeway you have with this project. Like, some projects, if you don't get the measurements all the way right, you'll be okay. I don't know if that's like a thing for this one. Let's see. Alright, we're about to figure out if I remember how to do this right. Alright, so you take the edge, and this is not a tutorial because I'm trying to figure this out too. The edge of the fabric, mark it, match it to the middle of the other fabric, and then I think you take your needle, put it in through the middle, so your knot is in the middle of the fabrics. Okay. And then, okay, I've never done this, so getting my handle on it is going to take me a minute. So I think you just do like a whip stitch all the way down. I'm gonna try, and we're gonna find out if that's what the right thing to do. My knot is trying to pop out, so I'm trying to poke it back in. Get in there, knot. Do y'all hear this man on this mini motorcycle? I think that's still him. I can hear it. Alright, y'all. I have no idea how I ended up with this knot, and it's working on my nerves, so I'm about to just cut this thread and start anew. So, y'all, this is real life. This is the kind of things that happen when you're trying something new. Alright, so luckily it was at the beginning, so I'll just re-knot the same thread rather than having to cut a whole new piece. It'll just be a little shorter. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this again. So I'm going to line up the beginning with the middle of the other fabric. We're trying it again. And we're going to start whip stitching, if we can do this without a knot. Let's see. And I wish I would have had my thimble, because now I'm seeing where I kind of might have needed it. And I don't use just regular thimbles. I use thimble pads because I hate the feeling of a thimble. If you've been around, you know this. Alright, y'all, and once again, if you've seen Catherine's video, if you head over to Catherine's video and I'm missing steps or doing something different, I have a hard time with paying attention, so I could be screwing something up, and it's very possible. Alright, I don't like that my stitches are not all the same size, so I need to watch that as I go along. A lot of times when you're filming, you're not paying the closest attention, so I guess I need to do that. I need to be better with that. And then when you're stitching like this is another area where you can kind of watch how you position your hands and your wrists, because the way I'm doing it right now will cause me wrist pain by going in like this, because I'm twisting my wrist. So ideally, maybe holding it this way would be more comfortable for my wrist. It's less of a twist on my wrist. But it's also, holding it this way is harder for me to get my stitches all the same size. So something else I just need to practice with, I guess. Because my stitches are not the same size at all. Alright, so now I'm to the end, where we're at the end of this now. This is where it may get tricky for me. We're gonna see if I was listening close enough. Alright, so I think that you just take your next point and meet it up to the middle of the next line. I think that's how it goes. We're about to find out. I think I got it, y'all. Alright, I'm gonna put a little clip right here so it doesn't shift while I'm trying to sew. And my thread will not make it around the whole thing, so I'm gonna have to get me a new piece when this one runs out. At least I don't think it will. Alright, let's see if I can position this right. Alright, so now I'm just going down this side. Yo, I'm looking out my window and a guy just passed by on a hoverboard pulling a wagon with some children in it. It was just so funny looking because he just rolled on by. The kids are just chilling in the back. Okay. Okay, y'all, so I'm to this point, and now I have the red is the long side, the floral is the short side. So we just fold it this way, like that. And once again, I'm going to just use my little clip to hold it, and this is where we're going. It's really working out good so far. I guess we'll see how it is in the end. So I'm just going to continue doing that. I'm going to stitch this way, and then I'm going to fold it and go down this way, and then this way, and we're going to keep going until we get to the end. But I'm gonna continue on, and I'm gonna come back whenever it's time for us to stuff this. So I'll show you at what point we're gonna stuff this. I think it's coming out cute, y'all. I think it's coming out cute. All right, let me get to stitching. Okay, y'all, so I do want to come in and say I had to switch threads, and I don't know if I caught all that on film, but what I did was at the end of the other thread, I ended it on the inside and knotted it. And the same thing with when I began the new one. I went in through just the red side so that the knot would be caught on the inside. That way you would see none of it from the outside. And then you just continue on. Alright, y'all, so I went all the way around until I only have one section left, and I know my lighting is crazy, but I lost lighting, my outside lighting. Sorry, I lost my natural lighting because the sun is going down, so hopefully y'all can see this. But so I'm to the point where I only had one little side left to do, and I need to stuff it. So usually I always have polyfill because I make memory bears, but apparently I'm out. So Kamani just happened to be doing a project where she cut a stuffed animal and took the stuffing out because she was making some kind of little stuffy, so she gave me some. So I'm gonna stuff it up. I also had some walnut shells that I've been waiting to use, and I guess I probably could have stuffed it with that, but this is what I have like right in front of me, so this is what we're using. So whoever my swap partner is, they're getting a little piece of Kamani's stuffed animal. Alright, and I guess this is also the point where we find out if we did this right. Alright. Do we have enough stuffing? We do. Alright. So I think we did do this right. I don't know. It looks kind of right. I mean, we have to put our button down the center. Is it right? Did I do this right? I don't know. Whatever it is, if it's not right as a Biscornu, it's just going to be a new creation because it looks right to me. Alright, so now we got all stuff. I'm going to take me another piece and I'm just going to finish up that last side. And the party across the street, down the street, is still going on, so y'all probably hear it. It's a lot of talking, some music. They're having a good old time, which does not bother me. Only thing it affects is my recording, but whatever. They're having a good time. Alright. So once again, I'm going in on the from the inside, so my knot is caught up on the inside. And then I'm gonna finish up this last little side. And I hope I am doing this right because it looks cute, I think. Now the part that I think is gonna be a little harder is putting that button in the center. Well, you need a button at the top, a button at the bottom. You need 2 buttons. And getting that to work out, to me, seems like it could be difficult, but we're gonna see. Maybe I should clip this so I don't have to keep trying to hold it closed. The only thing is the clips get in the way. And I don't have any pins right here. Why don't I have any pins? Alright, anyway, I'm not going to get up to go get pins. We're just going to deal with it. Yo, I think the party across the street started out as a kid's party. And I think it's ending as an adult party. Because there were balloons and like kid decorations earlier. And now it's just like music and adults. Okay, so I'm getting to the end and I just have a small piece. I actually do not remember how Catherine finished off her thread at the end. So I'm just gonna make something up. I think I'm gonna do what I would do if I was quilting, and that is tie a knot. So the knot is like 1 stitch. I don't know if y'all could even see it. The knot is like 1 stitch away from the bottom. That way I can stick the needle in, come out somewhere way on the other side, pull it where, now I forgot where I was. Where is that knot? Oh, the knot is on this side. Okay. Is it? Yeah. Okay, pull it and then jank it a little bit till the knot goes into the fabric. If I can get it to go. This is how I do, this is how there it goes. It pops in. That's how I would end off hand quilting stitches. And then you pull it a little bit, cut it, and then let it pop back into there. So the knot is caught up inside. Oh, it's cute. All right. So I think it looks right. If it isn't, is what we going with. So now we need 2 buttons. You put one at the top, one at the bottom, and then it'll like squish in. So I actually don't have buttons picked out, so let me go get my buttons. We can look through buttons. All right, so I'm bringing this out because at my local quilt store I got these buttons, these fairy buttons. My first idea is to just put these buttons in the package and give them to my swap partner. But I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, I like those butterflies. These are little fairy houses, which would be super cute on top. But I'm thinking I will just give it to her. I don't know. Let's look through the buttons and we'll see. But it maybe flower buttons or something like that would be cute. We're gonna see if we have anything that would be cute. Oh, also, I did bring out my Valentine's buttons that are hearts and other things. Like we have a strawberry, which could be cute. I don't know. Everything else is hearts. Another strawberry. Oh, there is a flower. We have a flower that may be cute. Okay, I'm gonna keep this one aside just in case. But I need 2 buttons, so We shall see. There's no rhyme or reason for how I'm pulling these buttons out. I'm gonna keep this one off to the side. All right, and then we could just go simple. We could just go simple, which is cute too. Ooh. But I would want a contrasting color on the bottom. The two buttons do not have to match. They can be however you want them to be. And then I have this simple like mod flower button, which could be cute too. Or cute on the bottom, huh? Okay, I'm gonna get this one on the side. Let's see, what do we have? Oh, we have this apple. But you see, the apple, we need a button that has holes like these buttons rather than the little loop-de-loop on the back. Because otherwise, look at how cute this one would be. Look at how cute. Oh. Okay, this one kind of looks like cobblestone, which might be cute as well. You see, this in this pack, there was a mushroom button, but these also have those little loop-de-loops on the back. I wish I had a mushroom button that had the holes like this. That would have been just perfect, really. Y'all know I can look at buttons forever. I can do this all day. So I'm gonna stop myself soon. Ooh, a green heart. I like it. Oh, I think I like it. On the back, it kind of looks Christmassy. I don't know. I put it off to the side. Yo, look at this huge button. You can just cover the whole darn thing. I think I'm going to do the green heart on the front because it's a heart and I love it. And then I think I'm going to do this white button on the back because I like the contrast against the red. Yeah, I think that's where we're going with this. All right, y'all, let me get some thread, some regular sewing thread. All right, so the key to this is that you got to sew both buttons on at the same time. I think that's the way I saw Catherine do it. Am I wrong? Possibly, but that's the way we're going to try it out. So let's get rid of all the rest of these buttons. So I think what I'm going to do is position the heart on there first where I want it. And go in. So I'm through on one side. It does not hold the button down. I don't know what I was thinking. But I'm going to put this button on this side. Okay. And then position it. Is it centered? I think so. Go down and come up on this side. And that's where I need to put this button. Okay, so now I have my button on the bottom, button on top. All right, now I'm gonna go down. And I'm assuming I need to poke that out, back out on the other side. Okay, so you're sewing two buttons on at one time. And I'm pulling taut. And that's where it becomes a little difficult, is aiming the needle to get to the other button. And then, all right, how many times should I go through? I don't know. I'm gonna go through again. Oh no! I just popped my thread. Oh no. Okay. It does look good though, but I'm gonna have to do this again. All right, all of that just pissed me off. So now I'm going in with the thick thread, and we'll just call it a design choice. a decorative element, because the other thread was giving me trouble and working on my nerves. So let's hope that I can get this together. All right, and I would say that this has been the hardest part of this whole process. The process has been a pretty easy process, but this darn double button situation. And maybe I should have went back and watched Catherine's video, because maybe she told us how to do this in a better way. But y'all can check that out. Like I said, I'll have her video linked in the description box, and if for some reason I forget to link it, y'all please say something in the comments so I can do it, because a lot of times when I'm actually posting the videos, I forget to add things in the description that need to go. Alright, yeah. I thought that it would be easier with the thinner thread, but nope. It's much easier with the thick thread. Alright, I need to cut off this little flyaway from that first thread though. And it pushed it in a lot better. It gave me that divot that I wanted. Oh, it's so cute. I have to make another one for myself. I love it. I have to make another one. Alright, so I think we're good and we can tie off the thread. Now what I do remember about her video is tying off the thread after the button. And my buttons are pretty tight in there, so this might be difficult. So basically she went on like kind of under the button is where we're gonna do the knot. So you kind of need to go to the side and under. I don't know how to explain this, but hopefully you are seeing it. So where you're coming from right up under the button, and then you're gonna tie your knot under here, which I think I'm gonna just do a quilter's knot. I was gonna go through the fabric and do a knot, but I think I'm just gonna, and I'm calling this a quilter's knot. I don't know what this is called. I'm just making up names. So I did a knot, but I left a little bit of thread. Now I'm gonna go back in under the button and come out like way on the other side. Pull the needle. Pull the needle and then pull it hard enough for the knot to pop into the fabric. You heard that pop, that lets you know it went in. Cut my thread over here, and then it pops back in and everything is on the inside. Oh my gosh, it came out so cute. It came out so cute. Now Catherine also shows you how you can make a little twine bowl to sit it in. I'm not gonna do that, but it is very cute. Let's see if I have something to sit it in for an example. This is probably not the perfect size, but I have these wooden bowls that I got from the thrift, and this would be an example of like something you can sit it in if the bowl was a little smaller. So actually I have a few of these bowls. It came as like a set, I guess. So actually when I make the one for myself, I might make it big enough to fit in this whole bowl. But if you have something that it can fit perfectly in, you can do that. Alright y'all, my camera died right when I was showing y'all the end. So luckily we got through it. But this is it. I love it so much. I really wish I had the daytime lighting to show you at the end, but I'll try to insert some pictures as well. I love this so much. I gotta make more. Thank you so much, Catherine from K3 and Cloth Tales, for doing the tutorial on this, because it's awesome. And now I think I'm gonna be addicted to making these. So I don't have any pins to stick in it, but here's a needle you can stick in, and it's super cute. So that's it, you guys. If y'all enjoyed this, then go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Also, if you're not subscribed and you just watched this video, I mean, you're here, you might as well hit that subscribe button and that little bell notification. Once again, if you want to join the Facebook group, that's also linked down below. Catherine's video is linked down below. Everything you need to know is linked down below. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.